So just take your time, just come into a comfortable lying position, whatever that means to you. And you can lie with your legs long if you want to, or whatever suits you. And just taking a few moments, just at the start of class, just coming away from your morning so far. And just begin to draw your attention inwards. And just become aware of your breath. Maybe start to deepen your inhale and lengthen the exhale. Just allow your breath just to move smoothly in and out through your nose. And then as your breath starts to even out, notice your body and just how it feels this morning. Maybe directing your breath towards any areas that do feel tight and try and allow them to relax as much as you can. Just try and soften through your head and neck. Relax your shoulders to the ground. Allow your spine just to lengthen along your mat. Just let the weight of your hips and your legs just sink towards the floor. And then as your body starts to soften a little bit, just noticing how you feel. Just allowing your thoughts just to come and go. So this week's practice is, the theme of it is taking care of yourself. So as it was kind of mental health week last week, I thought it'd be a good idea just to check in and just see how everybody's doing. So, yoga is a perfect vehicle to use to look after ourselves. And we do that by taking the time, taking the hour or so just to practice yoga is in itself taking care of ourselves. But we'll look at some other tools within yoga that help us. So we'll be looking at the Manipura chakra, so one of the chakras that is really relevant and essential for our health and our vitality. And then when you're ready, just start to move a little bit. So start to move your fingers and your toes a little. And then maybe start to bend your knees if they're not already bent. Feet flat on the floor. And then just draw your knees just gently towards your chest. And then from there, as you inhale, we're just going to take hold of your knees or your shins and gently draw them towards your chest, lifting your tailbone. As you exhale, just release the tailbone back down again. So do that again. So inhale, just draw the knees in, lift your tailbone up. And then on the exhale, release down. And you can keep on that. If you want a little bit more, as you lift your tailbone, also lift the upper body. So you're bringing your nose just up towards your knees. And then release all the way back down again. So do that again. So inhale, pull the knees in, lift the upper body up off the ground. And on the exhale, releasing back down. And just do that a couple more times, just in your own time. So gently hugging yourself in. And we'll do that once more. And then from there, we'll take the hands just behind the back of your thighs. So we're going to roll through your spine now. So just back and forwards, just a few times. And take your time to make your way up to sitting. So when you come up, we're going to start in Virasana, so a hero pose today. If this is not suitable, then just come into Sukhasana, because we're going to come in there next. But If you want to just move into Virasana, again, using a block or a blanket, you can always sit up and place that behind your heels if that helps you. And you can sit on the block so it's between your legs as well, and you can come in a little bit deeper, but just whatever feels right to you. And try and relax your shoulders down. So in this Virasana position, it gives us a chance to look at the chakra and also to think about engaging Mula Bandha. So Mula Bandha is the pelvic floor lift. So we're going to use that just a little bit today. So if you think about engaging that, you're just lifting through your pelvic floor. You can relax your shoulders down your back. And the Manipura chakra is just, if you take your hand actually, and if you find your navel, so your belly button, and then it's just 3 fingers up from that. And the Manipura chakra is really there to help us with our vitality, our energy. So it's much to do with our digestive system, so it helps to control that. But it also helps to energize your body as well. And you can release your hands, just relax them down. And the color for that chakra is yellow. So you could visualize a yellow color when you think about it. And then from here, we're just going to do a little bit through our Ujjayi breath. So one of the key aspects of our pranayama, our breathing practice, is that it helps to reduce stress. So it helps to take care of ourselves. So when you're ready, we'll just start to breathe in and out through your nose. And that deep inhale and exhale is proven itself just to be a really good way of taking care of yourself. But if you want to practice the Ujjayi breath, we create a little constriction at the back of your throat. So you can play about with that if you want. And sometimes this is referred to as oceanic breathing. So it's that kind of gentle sound, like the sound of the waves is what you want to try to create. And its rhythmic pattern and its rhythmic sound can also help to reduce stress. And although they reckon that yoga is a fantastic way of taking care of yourself, they think to get the best benefits out of it, you need to practice it every day, which I know is a big ask. But they're kind of saying even 10 to 15 minutes. And it doesn't have to be asana practice. You could just practice your breathing. Or a little bit of meditation. So we'll keep that breath moving. You could keep your eyes shut if you want, but we're just going to move into Sukhasana. But I want you to keep that breath as you move in. So just take your time to come round. And again, using a block or a blanket or anything to make yourself more comfortable. And just moving into Sukhasana, which is our meditation pose, so we should hopefully be able to sit there comfortably, but do use any props that you need to, and still feel that engagement through Mula Bandha. And relax your shoulders down your back. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, we're just going to reach the arms up, so just stretch them all the way up, using that Ujjayi breath if you can. And on the exhale, draw the palms towards your heart. So press your palms together, draw your thumbs down towards your chest. So do that again. So inhale, reaching up with the arms, so stretching through the side body as you move up. And on the exhale, press the palms together and draw the thumb towards your chest. Okay, do that one more time. So inhale, reaching up. And exhale. We're going to come in for a little twist. So we'll move round towards the right. So if you take your left hand onto your right knee and take your right hand behind you, so maybe on your fingertips, and just gently draw yourself round. So use the right fingertips to lengthen. And keep that long, slow, deep breath. And keep your left hand on your knee, take your right hand all the way over to the other side. So you're going to come in and take hold of your left knee with your right hand. You're going to round through your shoulders, just stretching through the upper back and shoulders. So pull your belly in, maybe even round back a little bit to get a little bit more of a stretch there. You take one more deep inhale. And when you're ready, slowly release your hands. And then as you inhale again, we'll reach back up with the arms, so stretching all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw the palms together and pull them down in front of your heart. So do that again. So inhale, reaching up through your arms. And on the exhale, press the palms together. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, reaching up. And exhale. And we'll come to the other side. So again, coming in for that twist first of all. So right hand on your left knee. Take your left fingertips behind you. Just lengthen through your spine. Take one more deep inhale. And again, taking your left hand, take it all the way over towards your right knee. So lightly grip hold of it, round through your shoulders, draw your belly in. And keep the breath flowing. So one interesting factor, which is probably really relevant just now, is that the pranayama that we do, the deep mindful breath that we do, actually helps to boost our immunity. So it's really especially important when we're in kind of flu season. So practicing that pranayama daily is really beneficial. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. And then slowly releasing your hands. So from here, we're going to move to all fours. So just take your time coming round. So just make your way into that all fours position. So taking care of ourselves also means taking care of our joints as well. So we're going to warm up a little bit through your wrists. So in this all fours, we'll just start to gently circle up past the wrists and then round. So kind of concentrate on the wrist area rather than taking your hips back here, but just moving gently through your wrists, just stretching them a little bit. And then when you're ready, we'll change direction. So we'll move the opposite way. Again, just taking care of our joints to support the quite strenuous stretches that we do in yoga. It's a really sensible idea. Keep the belly pulled in. And then move into a more neutral position. I don't know if you can see this, but with your hands, if you turn your fingertips just towards one another, first of all, so you can just turn them in so that your hands are facing in the way. And again, we're just stretching through the tendons, through the fingers, through the muscle a little bit. And then turn your fingers back so they're facing towards the front. And then you can do this one at a time. So we've done this before, or you can do it both at the same time. So we flip the hand over so the palms down and the fingertips are facing towards your knees. Again, you might just want to do it one at a time. You might feel that it's not that tender, and you can do both of them. But again, just work where you can. And if you're doing one, then you can just change. If you're doing both of them, you could stay there for a little bit longer, but it just depends how it feels. And then move that hand back round, both hands back round if you've got both of them there. And then we'll start to circle a little bit more. So move up towards your wrists, but this time we'll also press back towards your hips. So just taking big circles now. Again, keep focusing on the breath as you're doing this. And then just when you're ready, we'll change direction. So just moving in the opposite way. Okay, when you're ready, we'll make our way back into the centre. So just take your time coming back in. Again, draw the belly in, think about engaging through Mula Bandha once more. And we'll lift through your right leg. So we're just going to flex your foot as we lift that leg. Now here we're just going to warm up through your hip joints. So we're just going to start to circle the knee and the hip round just in one direction. Try and keep your weight fairly even between your hands. Keep your belly pulled in. And then when you're ready, we'll start to change that. So just go in the opposite direction. Okay, when you're ready, we'll pull that knee towards your chest. And then we're going to step that right foot up towards the top of your mat. So just coming in, maybe slide back through your left leg. And we'll come in for a little bit of a twist here. So you can either place your right hand just on that right knee and then gently pull the chest down, or you could reach up with your right hand. So just again, whatever feels right. So either on your knee or reaching. Again, just a little twist. Still supporting through that low belly though. Okay, take one more deep inhale and we'll slowly release that hand back down towards the ground. Now from there, we're going to tuck the toes under and we'll just step back to plank. We're going to hold this plank for a few moments. So you can either hold it here or you can lower your knees to the ground. So it's entirely up to you. But keep the belly drawn in. Keep lifting through Mula Bandha. And engaging through the muscles. So creating the work in the muscles can also help to relieve tension. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. And then we'll slowly just lower your knees back down towards the ground. So just coming into that all fours position once more. And this time we'll start doing a few cat-cows just to warm your spine up. So as you inhale, just drop your belly down and pull your chest forwards. And then on the exhale, just rounding in through your upper back and shoulders. So do that again just a few times. And then when you're ready, just move in to that more neutral position again. So we'll do the same thing with your left leg. So we'll just lift that left leg up, flex your foot a little bit, and then start to circle through the knee. Again, keeping the weight nice and easily balanced. Just warming up through the hip joint. And then when you're ready, we'll change direction. So just going the other way. Again, just taking your time. Okay, when you're ready, we'll draw that knee towards your chest again. So hug it in. And then step that foot up towards the top of your mat. So again, coming in, maybe slide back a little bit through your right leg. Lift your chest a little. So we'll come in for that twist again. So either taking your left hand just onto your left knee and then rotate your chest down, or maybe reach up through that left hand. Again, just whatever feels right. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Again, release your hand down towards the ground. And this time we'll tuck the toes under and we'll step back to downward facing dog. So when you get to down dog, maybe pedal your feet out a little bit. Maybe move your hips a little bit side to side, whatever feels right. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to lift your heels up, and this time we'll take a slow walk with your feet to your hands. So just maybe crisscross your feet as you come up, unplug your hands when you need to, and then just let the upper body just fold forwards. So just letting the blood flow down, let the arms release, bend the knees a lot here, but do keep a light hold in your belly. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll inhale and lengthen forwards here, so stretching through your spine a little. And then on the exhale, we'll fold back in towards your legs. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. So we'll do that again. So inhale, reaching with your arms. As you exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. So bend your knees a lot. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Inhale, reaching with your arms. And exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. We'll do this one more time. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Maybe closing your eyes down, just noticing how you feel. Noticing your feet on the ground as well. So our feet create Pada Bandha, and that little lift in the belly is our Mula Bandha. So we're going to use that a little bit today. So one of the aspects of the asana practice is the kind of rhythmic sun salutation, which helps us to relax and to take care of ourselves as well. So we're going to do a little dancing sun salutation, which I quite like. You can see how what you think about it, but I quite like it. And modify it if you need to. So you have to do the vinyasa part all the time if you don't want to. But standing with your feet together or a little bit apart, lengthen through your legs and relax your shoulders down your spine. So as you inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step to plank. And again, you could skip this. So bending the knees if you'd like. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So as you inhale, we're going to lift up through your right leg. And on the exhale, we'll step through. And we're going to come up to warrior one. So we'll turn the heel on the back leg. And as you inhale, reaching up with your arms. On the exhale, we're going to open up to warrior two. And then as you inhale, reverse that warrior. Okay, when you're ready, exhale, release the hands all the way back down towards the ground. Turn on the back toes and step to plank. Again, lower down or skip it. You can always move straight to downward facing dog if you want to. And we'll meet back and down dog. So we'll do the other side. So as you inhale, lift up through your left leg. Step your left foot up towards the top. Turn on the heel of the back leg. And inhale, move up to warrior one. On the exhale, open up to warrior two. And as you inhale, reverse. On the exhale, release the hands all the way back down. Step to plank. And lower down. Inhale up. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Okay, we'll stay here. Taking 5 breaths here. Just, again, maybe inhale through your nose and sigh out your mouth. We'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, we'll lift the heels, look to your hands, and either step or walk towards the top of your mat. Take your time. As you inhale, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Again, maybe just closing your eyes down again. Just notice how your body feels. And they reckon that movement that we create, that energy that we create when we do quite a vigorous kind of sun salutation or movement through yoga, is where the kind of stress hormones rise. And then when we go into Shavasana, all of that just goes away, and then we get more prepared, we get better at handling stress. Maybe it's true. Who knows? Maybe it is. Okay, we'll release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we'll come in and we'll do, our balance today is going to be dancer, just because I thought it would make us feel good. And I'm going on holidays, so it's dancer. Okay, so we're going to do dancer. If you don't want to do that, remember you can always do kind of a quad stretch variation on it. And there's lots of variations. And you can use a wall and you can use a strap, whatever you'd like. But we're going to stand on your right leg, bend it a little bit, and again, use Mula Bandha, so lift through Mula Bandha. And then we're going to bend through your left leg, and you can just leave it there, or you could take hold of it with your hand if you want to. And then from there, if you want to, you can start to push your foot into your hand, and that will kind of move the body a little bit. And you can also reach up through your right hand, and you can start to straighten through the leg. If you wanted to start to work to get hold of the foot at the back, then you could use a strap. So you could take the strap around the front of your foot and then take that so that you're taking it up and then grab hold of it. But again, you're just going to work where you can, where it feels best, and always use a wall if you feel that you're going to fall. You know, if you're beside a wall even and you do the one where we're using the strap, then at least you've got the wall to kind of support you a little bit, which is a good idea. We don't want to fall. And don't push it, just go to where it feels right. Good, very nice. And then we'll start to slowly release it. So maybe release your top hand if you've got it. Maybe bring your legs together. Release any strap that you have. Bring your feet together. And maybe draw the palms towards your heart. And just notice the sensations that you create. Okay, we'll try the other side, and bearing in mind we're not the same on both sides, so take it easy. So again, standing on your left leg, bend your knee a little and draw the belly in, and then maybe just bend that leg, maybe take hold of it if you feel you want to, and you could just keep your knees together, and that will give you a really nice stretch through the quadricep muscles. Okay, if you wanted to, you could grab hold of it, even in the inside, and then push away, and then reach with that arm. And if you want to use the strap, it goes around the front part of your foot, and then take it behind you, and then take the strap up. And again, that gives you a stretch, not just in the quads, but it stretches your spine, it gives you a little back bend. There's a lot of things going on there. But at its simplest level is a really nice quad stretch. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hand if you've got it up, and then we'll slowly release the foot. Again, get rid of any straps, bring your feet together, bring your palms together, and maybe close your eyes down. Okay, we'll release the hands and open the eyes. So we'll come back in, we'll do some standing postures now. So again, standing at the top of your mat, we'll just take your feet together and a little bit apart. And we'll do that little dancing warrior, but we'll not be fast this time. We'll slow it down and see just how it feels in that different tempo. So starting at the top, again, feet together or a little bit apart. Inhale, lengthen through your arms to take them up. Maybe look at your thumbs. And as you exhale, we'll just fold forwards towards your legs, maybe bending your knees. As you inhale here, lengthen forwards. And on the exhale, step to plank and lower down if you'd like, or skip it and just move to down dog. Inhale, upward facing. And as you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So again, when you're ready, we're going to inhale and lift through your right leg. Step your right foot up towards the top of your mat. Turn on the heel of the back leg and start to move up, warrior one. So when you come in, again, maybe reach your arms up if it feels okay, but if it doesn't, then don't. Turn the toes of your back leg in and rotate round so you're drawing the inner thighs in and you're still lifting through Mula Bandha here. So you're engaging there, but we're engaging through Pada Bandha as well. So we're pressing down strongly through the edge of your back foot. Okay, take one more deep inhale. We'll start to move to warrior two, so slowly just spiral round, making any changes to your feet that you need to, and coming into the posture just in your own way. So remember, in order for yoga to be something that helps to look after us, it has to feel good. So do make sure that when you're doing these, that they do feel good to you. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. We'll come in and reverse it. So taking that right hand down the back thigh, lift up through your right hand and then lift the right arm up. So maybe looking up towards that palm if it feels okay, and stretching through the side of your body. And just make sure that this hip, this left hip, doesn't kind of drop out to the side, but draw it in. And then from here, just straighten your front leg. So we're just coming in and reversing this triangle now. So just straighten the front leg a little. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Bring the hands back. So you're coming into warrior two arms, but with those Trikonasana legs. And then coming in for Trikonasana, we'll lengthen forwards. So stretch forwards. And then release that right hand down. So again, if you've got a block handy, use the block. Take your hands where you can, reaching up through your top hand. If it feels right, you can always bend it and take it behind your back. And look where it feels right for you. So if you want to look forwards, then look forwards. If it feels okay to look up, then look up. But try and lengthen through that bottom side waist. So trying to lengthen it rather than shorten it in order to get further down. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. And when you're ready, slowly pull your belly in and come back up again. Okay, from here, we're just going to turn the toes of your right foot towards the front. So we'll come in for a wide-legged forward fold here. So just even up through your feet. Make sure they're pretty level. Turn your toes in a little. As you inhale, maybe reach with your arms. And then as you exhale, just folding forward. So you can have your hands on your waist, you can have your hands reaching forward, whatever it feels like. And again, grab a block here. So have the block maybe in front of you. Use it to gently draw your weight forwards. And if your hands are easily on the ground, maybe start to walk them back towards your feet a little. And you should feel that you're kind of tipping forwards a little bit, but the weight in your heels is still down. And the knees can be bent a lot here as well, so you don't have to straighten the legs. Well done. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to make our way back up. So in your own way, maybe bend your knees, maybe take your hands to your hips, whatever feels right for you to come back up to the top. And then we'll turn the toes of that right foot up towards the top edge of your mat again. And we'll re-bend the leg. And we're going to come in for a little twist here. Again, you don't have to. Maybe turn the toes of your back foot in a little bit. Bring your hands towards your heart. So you could just stay here, just with your hands at your heart. If you wanted to, you could move forward. So you could lengthen forward. So it's kind of a little twisting lunge. So lengthen forwards. And then take your left hand, arm, elbow to the outside of your right knee and rotate round. Again, if that doesn't feel right, you can stay towards the center. You could even take your right hand on the ground and come in and reach up. Well done. We'll take one more deep inhale here and then move back to the center first and then maybe come back up. So just a little bit. And then turn on your toes with your back legs. So you're in this high lunge position now. So hands to your heart. And we'll just step to the top. So you're just going to bend your back leg, step up towards the top. So maybe bring your feet together, bring your hands to your heart. Maybe just notice your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. And notice where your mind goes. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands and we'll open the eyes. So we'll just come back in and we'll do the other side, the same thing. Again, modify it if you need to modify it. Move your blocks if you're using them, so they're handy. So feet together or a little bit apart. Lengthen your legs, relax your shoulders, and as you inhale, reach back up with your arms. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs. As you inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step to plank. Again, skip this if you'd like. Lowering to chaturanga if you want to. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. And as you exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Okay, so this time we'll do the left leg. So when you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up and then step your left foot through to the front. So as you're coming up, spin on the heel of the back leg, move up to warrior one, just in your own time, taking your time as you come up. Release your shoulders a little bit and soften where you can soften. So maybe just soften your eyes. Relax your jaw. Okay, take one more deep inhale. And when you're ready, we'll move to warrior two. So slowly spiraling round, opening up through your chest a little bit, moving your feet if you would like. And do try and keep your knee over the ankle in the front leg. So rather than trying to get deeper into it. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. Again, we'll turn the palm of your left hand up, right hand down your back thigh, and then lift and open up, looking towards your hand if it feels okay. And here you can breathe a little bit more deeply because you've created even more space for that pranayama. Okay, so we're going to reverse the triangle now. So we're going to lengthen your front leg. So just straighten your front leg a little bit. Staying in this reverse position, draw your belly in. And then keeping the legs, release the hands as if you were coming back to warrior two. We're going to keep the legs straight. We'll move into Trikonasana. So again, pull back on your hip, lengthen forwards, and release the hand down just to where it will go. And then reach up with your top hand, or maybe take it behind your back if that feels better. And remember, you can ease into this, so you have to go straight in all the way to the position that you're going to hold it in. You might come in a little bit and think, oh, I could go down a little bit more, or you might not. But just, take care of yourself, listening to your body and doing what feels right. Okay, one more deep inhale. We'll start to move back up. So pulling your belly in, start to rise back up again. And again, we're going to turn the toes of that left foot in. So we're coming in for that wide legged forward fold. So adjust your feet in any way that you need to. So even if you want to bring them in a little bit closer towards one another, make sure they're fairly even, turn your toes in, maybe reach back up with your arms, and then just fold forwards towards your legs. And again, when you come in, take your time to come into it. So maybe adjusting your hands, maybe moving your knees so you're bending them a little bit, but just wherever it feels right to you. Okay, so when you're ready, moving back up. So again, take your own time to do it and in your own way. So maybe bending your knees, drawing your belly in, slowly coming back up again. And when you come back up, we'll turn the toes of that left foot towards the short edge of your mat again, re-bending that leg. And again, you will have to turn the toes of the back foot in. If you find it really hard, you could always come up and onto the toes of your back leg, but you could try it like this. If you want to. I quite like this posture, but you know, if you don't like it, I would come up to the toes. So again, if you don't want to come in for the twist, maybe just bring your hands towards your heart. Otherwise, lengthening forward through the upper body and then taking that right elbow over to the outside of the left knee. And again, try not to kind of collapse into the knee. Try and make sure you're creating a little bit of space as you're there. If it doesn't feel right, then stay in the center. Okay, take one more deep inhale. Move back to the center. And then this time take your hands down towards the mat if you can. And then turn on the toes of your back leg. And from there, we'll step back to plank. We're just going to lower down here, so you can just lower down in your own way. So knees down or bend your elbows. And then when you get down there, maybe bring your arms round and maybe drop your head down for a moment. And maybe take a big breath in through your nose, maybe sigh it out. And think about all the good things that you're doing for your body and your mind and, you know, your physical body, as well as just your muscles. The rest of your body is still getting a huge benefit from this practice. Okay, so we're going to come in and do Dhanurasana today, which is bow pose. So with your knees about hip distance apart, remember you can do lots of variations here. So you could just bend your knees so your feet are coming towards your bottom. And you could just stay here and maybe start to lift your thighs a little bit off the ground. If you wanted to, you could reach your hands back towards your feet and then lift your chest up as you lift your thighs up. And if you wanted to, you could grab hold of your feet with your hands, push the feet into the hands, and then as you inhale, lift through your thighs, lift through your chest. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale and slowly start to release everything back down. So just take your time, relax your arms, relax your head. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to move back up again, just to an all fours position. In fact, we're not going to come to sitting, but we'll come on to all fours first. So hands under your shoulders. Push yourself back up and walk your knees in. And then we are going to walk through. So you're going to sit on your bottom and swing your legs round, just coming in to a sitting position. And we'll just bring the legs out in front of us, just with your knees bent there here though. So we're going to come in and do a little boat pose. Again, you're just going to work where you can with it. So try and sit up onto your sit bones, draw your belly in, and then maybe just lift your feet off the ground a little bit. So you can just take your hands behind the back of your thighs and just keep your feet there. If you want a little bit more, you can maybe start to lift your feet up, maybe even straighten your legs, and then maybe release the hands. Try and keep the chest lifted, so you're kind of lifting up through the crown of your head, but you're pulling the chest forwards at the same time. And you can just play about with that. Just a couple of more breaths. Well done. Slowly release your feet back down. You can draw your chest forwards a little bit if you want. So we'll do that again. So when you're ready, again, sitting up in your sit bones, draw the belly and use middle banding here as well. So lift the pelvic floor a little bit. So feet can be down, lift your feet up, or maybe straighten your legs and reach the arms. Well done. Slowly release and relax. So one more time, one more little round of these. So again, lifting up through your feet. Pull your belly in. So keep the feet down, or maybe lift the legs up and straighten the legs if you can. And reach the arms. And think about lifting your chest up as you're doing this. Well done. Slowly release and relax. Okay, from there we are going to make our way down onto our mat. So if you want to, you can use your hands. You could also roll back, so with your feet just in front of you. Pull your belly in, reach the hands forward or underneath your thighs is fine. And rounding the back this time as you slowly lower down. And take your time. Okay, so when you come down, we're going to do just a little bit more of core work, which again is the essence of taking care of ourselves. So when you're ready, we're going to lift your feet up off the ground. So coming into this kind of L shape position with your legs. You can stretch your arms along the ground. And then as you inhale, we're just going to lower your heels down towards the ground. Now you can do this one leg at a time, or you can do both legs. And as you breathe out, lift the legs back up. And as you inhale this time, we're going to lower down, but your toes are going to touch the ground. So the toes tap down and lift back up as you exhale. So do that again. So inhale, flex your feet a little bit. The heels touch down. Exhale, lift back up. And as you inhale, the toes go down. So again, just work where you can with it. If it feels too much, just do one leg at a time rather than both legs together. And use the breath here. So really concentrate on that breath. Make sure your lower back doesn't lift off the ground. And then just one more of each of these. And last one. Well done. Okay, you can pull your knees towards your chest, take a little roll. So from here, we are going to come back up to sitting. So if you want to, you could take a little roll up, or you could just move yourself up, whatever feels right to you. And you might want to grab a strap. We're just going to come in for a little seated forward fold. So we're going to have the legs out in front. We'll come in for Dandasana first of all. So you're going to sit onto your sit bones, relax your shoulders down your back, lengthen through your spine. And then keeping the same feeling, we'll come in for Paschimottanasana. So again, if you're using your strap, just take it around the balls of your foot and use it there. If you want to reach up, just stretch up first and then move forwards. So hands, wherever they will land, so either on your shins, your ankles, your feet. And try and keep Even just for the first few breaths, think about pulling the chest forward, so you're lengthening through your spine and relaxing the shoulders down. So you're drawing the shoulders back, the chest moves forward. Even just for a couple of breaths, and then maybe release everything. So you could drop the head, you could start to relax a little bit. And again, it's kind of more like you're giving yourself a hug rather than you're kind of pulling or forcing anything. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale there and then slowly start to come back up again. Now we're going to come in and do a wide legs forward fold as well. So again, you can sit on a block if you feel that that helps you. You could use a strap if you've got a long enough one. You could use it, but if you widen your legs, again, try and sit forward onto your sit bones. So encourage that by pulling the fleshy parts out, or sit on something that's going to tilt you forward. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. And if you feel that it helps you, reach up first and then move forward. And again, it's length that we're kind of going for here. You can use a block. Sometimes a block's quite good in front of you because you can use that to encourage that movement forward rather than just collapsing down. And if you're not high, if you're not low, it doesn't matter. If you're still pretty high, just think about length. So just moving the fingertips in front of you a little bit will be fine. And then just try and let everything soften a little bit. When you're ready, slowly now start to move back up again. So just take your time as you're coming back up. Maybe bring your legs in, and you can give your legs a little shake. So we'll finish off down on our mats. We're going to come in for a little fish pose today. So I'll try and talk you into it. But if you lay yourself down and have your feet flat on the floor, so your knees are bent to start. So when you come in, we're going to use your feet to lift your hips up, and you're going to place your hands just underneath your bottom with the palms down, so the palms are facing down. And then you can always stay with your feet flat on the floor here. You don't have to lengthen your legs, but we're going to start to try and bring your elbows kind of underneath your back a little bit, so you kind of squish your shoulders in. And then you could stay there and just lift up, or you could just bend your elbows, and that will lift your chest a little bit more, and you can straighten the legs and you can come in to any degree. If you have a block and you wanted to, you could just take your block underneath your shoulders so that it kind of lies along your shoulder blade, and then if you scoot yourself over it, that will kind of do the same thing. It will open the chest up. So it's really just that chest opening that we're looking for. So you don't have to, if you find it hard to get your elbows in, I would get a block if you can and use that instead, and that will give you the same stretch, so the opening up of the heart center. Very nice. You all right, Lindsay? Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way out of it. So again, you may want to bend your knees before you come out of it. And then you can use your feet to lift your hips up and release your hands. If you've got the block, obviously, sit up and take it out. And then when you've done that, maybe draw your knees towards your chest, and you can take a little roll. But we are going to move into Shavasana next. So If you want to start grabbing bits of clothing and putting them on, then you can. Keeping yourself warm. So again, it's, a lot of people skip Shavasana, but it's really important to take care of ourselves, to do the whole practice and not just the kind of moving bits. So just moving into Shavasana when you're ready. We'll just do a little taking care of yourself meditation. So just start to make yourself comfortable, whatever that means to you, so you can adjust anything. And start to feel the connection between the back of your body and the mat. And once you're settled, maybe close your eyes or soften your gaze and tune back into your breath. Notice your breath without trying to change it. And notice also if you feel tense or relaxed, but without trying to change that either. Inhale through your nose and then this time exhale through your mouth. And continue to take deep, full breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe, become more aware of the state of your body and the quality of your mind. Where is your body holding tension? Do you feel closed off or shut down emotionally? Where is your mind? Is it wandering or is it at home within the breath? Is your mind at ease or filled with restlessness and doubt? Place both hands over your heart and continue to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Ask yourself, how does it feel to place my hands over my heart? This place where I experience love for self and others. Let your breath become more smooth and effortless. And begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Feel the flow of air moving into your lungs and then back out into the world. With each exhale, imagine that you're releasing any negative thoughts that may be lingering in your mind. Continue to focus on your breath. On each inhale, think, I am worthy. And on each exhale, I am enough. Let each inhale draw in self-love, and each exhale release what is no longer serving you. Take a few minutes just to breathe and recite this mantra. Notice how you feel as you say these words to yourself. On each inhale, think, I am worthy. And on each exhale, I am enough. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose And then sigh out your mouth. So do that again. So just deeply inhaling through your nose. And then just let it go. And then we'll start to move through your fingers and your toes. Maybe taking your arms and stretching them overhead. And then bring your arms back over and start to bend your knees. Again, feet either on the floor or knees to your chest, and just move a little bit side to side. And just when you're ready, we'll start to make our way up. Taking your time, there's no rush. We'll just start to find a comfortable seat when you're ready. And we'll bring the palms together in front of your heart. So just leaving a little gap, just to signify an openness in your heart. Thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. I hope we enjoyed our practice and taking care of ourselves. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Okay, any questions at all, just ask. Otherwise, have a great time.